Good morning and welcome in. Dan Hardenbrook, glad to have you along. It is finally Friday. Let's get you ready for the weekend with a look at your latest local news from around the region. This is your one and only Newberry News Update on M123 FM. Your Friday news headlines brought to you by the Luce County Veteran Services Office. Veteran Services Officer Rick Menard is ready to serve you. Contact Rick today at 293-4890. In your latest local news this morning, a dramatic scene on the Sault Ste. Stretch yesterday afternoon as a small aircraft had to make an emergency landing right on M28. Michigan State Police say that M28 was closed for multiple hours near Star Siding Road on the Alger County side of the Sault Ste. Stretch as a small twin-seater aircraft needed to make the emergency landing after its engine blew out mid-flight. Police say no one was injured and the pilot did a nice job landing the small aircraft safely. Crews responded to the scene and reopened M28 late yesterday afternoon after a short period. Michigan State Police troopers were assisted at the scene by the Alger County Sheriff's Office and the Munising Fire Departments. One of the biggest events of the season comes your way Saturday. It's the 8th annual 906 Festival, hosted by the Erickson Center for the Arts in Curtis. A day full of fun for the whole family celebrates our UP heritage. Come check out the full day's worth of events. It starts at 11 a.m., runs to 7 p.m. Artists, retail, craft, and nonprofit vendors will have display booths open. There'll be food vendors and a beer tent throughout the day. Special attractions, including People's Choice voting, and the 906 photography contest. Games and events include the Goodale Sweet Spot Ice Cream Eating Challenge. There'll be live music, food, entertainment, a kids' activity zone, and so much more. For a full list of all the attractions and a schedule of the day's activities, you can go to the Erickson Center for the Arts Facebook page or their website at ericksoncenter.org. The event is free. Bring out the whole family. Enjoy a day to celebrate our Upper heritage. The 8th annual 906 Festival comes your way in Curtis Saturday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. A 40-year-old Sault Ste. Marine man has passed away following injuries sustained in a motorcycle accident in Marquette. The Michigan State Police say that troopers from the Negaunee Post were dispatched to an accident on a roundabout on US 41 in Marquette shortly after 5 a.m. yesterday morning. When troopers arrived on the scene, they found the motorcycle badly damaged. A single male driver had been ejected off of the motorcycle. It appeared in the initial investigation that the motorcycle was traveling eastbound on US 41. As it approached the roundabout, the driver appeared to have lost control, resulting in a crash with the roundabout berm. Troopers attempted life-saving measures, including CPR, prior to EMS arrival. However, the subject in the accident was pronounced dead at the scene a short time later. Authorities say it appears the motorcycle was the only vehicle involved in the crash, and that excessive speed appears to be a contributing factor in the accident. Driver was not wearing a helmet at the time of the incident, and state police will continue their investigation. The name of the victim is being withheld at this time. Michigan State Police thanking Marquette County Sheriff's Office, Marquette Township Fire and Rescue, and the City of Marquette Fire Department for assistance at the scene. Engadine Consolidated Schools is currently accepting bids for the upcoming school year to provide milk supply and delivery for district students. Bid specifications can be obtained by contacting Sharon French, the Engadine School Office. You can email sfrench@eupschools.org. Bids for milk supply and delivery at Engadine Consolidated Schools must be received by August 13th at 4 p.m. The Engadine Schools Board of Education will vote on the matter later this year. They reserve the right to reject any and all bids. Again, get more information by going to the Engadine School website. That's a request for bids for milk supply and delivery for the 2025-2026 school year. I'm Dan Hardenbrook. That is your latest local news this morning. It's your Newberry News Update on M123 FM. Your news this morning brought to you by the Luce County Veteran Services Office. Now accepting nominations for this year's Luce County Veterans Community Service Award. Get your nomination submitted. For more information, go to the Luce County Veteran Services Office Facebook page or contact Veteran Services Officer Rick Menard at 293-4890. Time now to check in with sports this morning. The Detroit Lions opened up their preseason schedule with a tough loss against the Los Angeles Chargers at the NFL's Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio. Lions lose the game that does not matter. 34-7 the final score. Detroit's offense, mostly backup players, barely managed 200 yards in the contest. Kyle Allen and Hendon Hooker handled the quarterback duties for Detroit. Both threw interceptions, 3 in total for the Lions. Trey Lance had 120 yards and 2 touchdowns to lead the Chargers to the victory. Lions will play their next preseason game next weekend to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Tigers are back in action. They were off yesterday, head to Philadelphia for a 3-game weekend sweep. Tigers entering the weekend at 64-46, tied for the best record in the American League. Jack Flaherty's had an up-and-down season. He'll look to keep the recent good times going. Faces off against one of the top pitchers in the game this year, left-hander Ranger Suarez on the mound for the Phillies. Tigers made several small moves at yesterday's trade deadline. Looks like they'll roll with their current roster for the rest of the regular season. Your latest local weather forecast for the day today. It is sunny skies and a high in the mid-70s to start your weekend. Not too bad. Calm winds west, 5 miles per hour. We warm up a little bit Saturday and into Sunday. Saturday, we'll see sunny skies, a high in the low 80s, west winds 5 to 10. Sunday, plenty of sunshine, highs in the low 80s. I'm Dan Hardenbrook. Have a great weekend. This is your Newberry News Update on M123 FM. Don't miss the 8th Annual 906 Festival, coming to the Erickson Center for the Arts Saturday, August 2nd, featuring art, craft, and retail vendors, food, live music and entertainment, kids games and activities. Vote for the People's Choice Award in the 906 Photo Contest. Check out special demonstrations and attractions, and so much more. The 8th Annual 906 Festival, Saturday, August 2nd, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the Erickson Center for the Arts. For a full schedule of events, visit ericksoncenter.org.